Hi, everyone. HPoW piloted a career chat series this summer, facilitating one-on-one conversations between current students and recent graduates to current practitioners who work in workforce development, the future of work, and post-secondary education. We wanted to share insights from these invited professionals with our larger HPoW network. And so our guest today is Mary Cypress Metz from SCORE. Mary Cypress serves as the Senior Vice President of Strategy for the State Collaborative on Reforming Education. SCORE's mission is to drive transformative change in Tennessee education so all students can achieve success. The nonprofit organization was founded in 2009 by former U.S. Senate Majority Leader Bill Fritz, and today works to inform and improve state education policy, support and invest in innovative education leaders, and promising proof points in both K through 12 and post-secondary education, and monitor progress and data to measure impact and identify challenges for students. Mary Cypress drives organizational strategy and innovation to ensure impact towards SCORE's mission. Since 2012, Mary Cypress has served in a variety of roles across SCORE's work, including Chief of Staff, Outreach, and Communications. Before joining SCORE in 2012, she taught seventh grade math as a Teach for America Corps member in Nashville. Mary Cypress served as a board chairman of Intrepid College Prep Charter School, is an alum of Leadership Tennessee, and a fellow in the Pahara Education Fellowship. She earned a bachelor's degree in journalism and history from the University of Alabama and her master in education from Lipscomb University. Thank you, Mary, for taking the time to talk to me today.
It's great to be with you.
Yes. I want to start with the wisest career decision or move you've made so far.
Absolutely. So, as you just shared, in walking through my bio, I have been with Tennessee SCORE for more than 13 years at this point. And when I think about my wisest career move, it was really joining SCORE in its early days. The organization was about 3 years old when I joined, and I think um, in many instances, it can feel nerve-wracking to join a new organization. And I think that was one of the things I always credit as being a strong career move for me professionally. Um, but also, I think about it from SCORE's lens. So for SCORE, we are an organization that's focused on supporting students in Tennessee through their K-12 education, through post-secondary education, and into careers that enable economic independence. And when I joined SCORE in the early days, we were very small, we were very entrepreneurial, and I got a hands-on look at how the whole organization works, how every aspect of the work that we're doing is advanced. And that type of development and understanding of both the organization, the issues that we were prioritizing really enabled me to be able to grow within the organization and to support the organization's growth over the past 13 years. I've had you walk through different roles I've played. I feel like I have touched every part of SCORE's work over this course of growth. From our early days where we were supporting improving K-12 student outcomes for students exclusively, but then also later being able to lead much of our expansion into the education to work space, where SCORE is now leading efforts statewide to strengthen pathways for students that actually ensure that their education experiences are leading to high demand, high wage career opportunities for them. Saying yes to all of the opportunities that came along the way is advice I got throughout the process, but I think has really served me well. And I think that's something that I'm always thinking about in career decisions is how do I say yes? And I think that's also something that SCORE does well is really being willing to grow and develop by saying yes to new opportunities, thinking strategically about what will really drive forward the goals and mission that we're working towards, and not being afraid to try something new and build something new. It's shaped me, but it's also, I think, been what shaped our organization.
Oh. That's really inspiring to hear that you've been with SCORE since its very beginnings, and it sounds like the mission of the organization has been like very close to you. And you found ways to kind of build on that and kind of deepen it. Um, Thanks for sharing that. I want to talk about like what you wish people knew more as they build their career trajectories. Especially you talk about how when SCORE first started, it's specifically focused on K through 12 education, and now you guys have kind of expanded that towards, post-secondary and beyond. So, what do you wish people knew more about um, that career journey and expansion?
Yeah, absolutely. So, I think that something that is just so true for me is always having kind of that North Star of what you're driving towards in any given moment. And when I think about this economic opportunity space and how are we supporting uh, really students and citizens towards careers that are connected to workforce opportunity. As someone who works in the space trying to do that, it's important for me to have a North Star. For us at SCORE, about a year and a half ago, we brought stakeholders together from across Tennessee to align on a common definition of impact credentials. And really, what are the degrees and credentials that are going to lead students to a career that enables economic independence? And that framework, that definition, has really been a guiding star for the work for my work, for the SCORE's work over the last year and a half since then. And I say that in response to your question because I think some of the advice I have for folks who are entering their careers in this space is make sure you have that North Star that people are bought in on, because collaboration is really the key to this space. No single sector is going to be able to connect education and opportunity. And so that's going to require partnerships at the K-12 level, who are bought in on kind of what's the North Star you're working towards. It requires partnerships at the higher ed level, partnerships at the industry and business leader level, at the philanthropic level, and at the state leadership level as well. And by bringing partners together to align on a North Star, their collaboration towards that North Star is more effective in my mind. I know that I've seen this firsthand, SCORE's seen this firsthand, but um, oftentimes work can feel siloed, and
Mm.
the ability to really think across sectors and to think about collaboration when you're thinking about pathways and building pathways towards economic opportunity, that collaboration piece is really important. Everyone's got to be at the table if we want to see the outcomes that we're able to see. Some of the most meaningful work that I believe SCORE is leading right now, and that is exciting for me to be part of, are opportunities where we are really coming together with different stakeholder groups, thinking about what's possible and not looking at what hasn't existed yet, but really thinking with an innovative lens around how can we remove barriers and think about new opportunities that really help us reach that North Star.
Wow. I think that resonates so well with our network. And, we engage people from the business school, from the School of Government, from the Graduate School of Education, and people with very diverse, backgrounds, experiences, skills, but they're all really committed to education, towards, economic mobility, and independence, as you said.